It's that time of year when we sit down and spend time with our significant other, give them chocolates, and have fun. That is the time of year. Today is Valentine's Day, and for a lot, some might be a little bit upset because I'm reminding them that it's Valentine's Day, myself included. However, if you're like me, and you don't have anyone to spend time with on this glorious day of Valentine's Day, well, hopefully what I'm about to recommend to you might cheer you up in some way. It might interest you in some of these series. So today, I'm here to give you all my top 5 favorite anime/manga couples. Now, these can be in any order, and honestly, I know there's many out there that are probably way better than what I'm going to mention. However, I'm just mentioning stuff that comes to the top of my head, and stuff that I truly cherish, or stuff I like personally from just seeing couples and stuff. Now, here's some few rules to this video. Number 1, I'm not going to be saying Spice and Wolf, because obviously, if I did count that in, I would automatically mention Holo and Lawrence, so I'm not going to be even counting Spice and Wolf in this video, because it would make it uninteresting, and you would all know I would say Spice and Wolf, so I'm gonna completely cross that out. Another one, I'm gonna cross out Clannad as well, because Clannad, it's too obvious that many would cop out and say Clannad as one of their best couples and all that, so I'm not going to count Clannad also in this as well. So no Clannad and no Spice and Wolf, since you all know that's one of my personal favorite series. Now, there is some couples I'm going to mention that might not be a couple at all. For instance, my personal ships. For instance, who I ship together, that's also what I'm throwing into this as well. So even if they're not an official couple, I'm still just, throwing in there because it's the couples I would like, or my top 5 favorite couples I would like to see. There's my rules to this video, so let us begin. Number 5, Haru X Shizuku from My Little Monster. If you've ever been blessed with watching this series, then you know why I'm mentioning this couple. They're such a very unique couple, so sweet and adorable, and a lot of comedy, and I feel like not many really cherish this series for what it is, and many might have already forgotten about this series since it's been such a long time since it aired. I would really love to see a continuation of the anime series My Little Monster, but I do say, when it comes to couples though, they're the first thing that comes to mind, and when I was looking through everything, looking at all the couples and stuff from anime and manga, and I was thinking about unique couples, thinking about couples that really stood out to me, I would say Haru X Shizuku actually stood out to me more than a lot of couples that I've seen recently over the many years now I've been doing anime reviews, because My Little Monster just had a very unique, I guess, contrast between these two characters, and how they constantly just interact with each other, and how we saw this romance building up between them. So if you haven't seen My Little Monster, and if you don't know who Haru or Shizuku is, I do recommend you to start the series. My Little Monster is such an enjoyable slice-of-life comedy series, and I can't not recommend it enough. Number 4, Gota Ex Renko from Ore Monogatari. Now, many of you might recognize this series. It was done by Studio Madhouse, and if you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Go watch that series. That's a fucking phenomenal romance series. Breaks a lot of cliches, and has such an awesome main character that's just so different from the pretty boy MC we constantly see from romance series. Gota Ex Renko is just something that I truly loved. When I was watching that series, I remember just enjoying it and saying that this is probably going to be the best series, or romance series, of the year of anime. And it definitely was. It definitely stuck true with being one of the best romance series of the year when it aired, just because of how unique it was and how different it was from everything else that was airing at the time. If you want to see something that is very different from the normal romance anime series, I do recommend Ore Monogatari. It's by Studio Madhouse. You might recognize Studio Madhouse. They're the team that actually worked on Hunter x Hunter, so if you are interested in Studio Madhouse and you like their works, you might like Ore Monogatari, and if you do like romance and slice of life, you'll definitely love it. There is some comedy here and there, there's a lot of life lessons as well, and I mean, it's just truly an enjoyable watch, and I do not regret watching that series. Number 3, Hori X Miyamura from Horimiya, the manga series. Now, many of you might recognize this series, and many of you might not. It really depends. I have done manga reviews in the past for this series. However, Horimiya is a type of series to where chapters can be rather short, and so I've kind of neglected making chapter reviews or even fought videos on Horimiya in a very long time. However, I still keep up to date with the manga series, and I truly fucking love this manga. It is a manga series that continuously stands out over the many years I've been reading manga. Out of the countless amount of romance, shoujo, or shonen romance series I have seen, Horimiya stands out amongst the crowd. It has such a mature take on the genre, and I do love the interactions between Hori and Miyamura, and I do love how there's a lot of mature scenes throughout it that is honestly completely different from what we normally see in the genre. So if you want to see a very mature / comedy slice of life romance series that has a very cute couple, main character cute couple, Hori and Miyamura, I do recommend this manga series to you. It is such a fantastic series. It gets translated on the regular every month, so honestly you don't have to worry about, translations not happening, and still gets translated from what I'm aware of. So overall though, I do recommend this manga series, Horimiya. Number 2, this one might come as a surprise, might not, depending if you watch my Tokyo Ghoul videos or not, but I'm gonna say Gota Ex Renko. I think many know how much I really love Eto as a character. Many know how much I love Kaneki as a character. When I saw these two having their battle, like, earlier on in Tokyo Ghoul Re, I was like, yo, I ship these two so fucking much. It's like, there was a lot of interesting moments between these two characters. I'm like, I would really love it if Eto and Kaneki got together. I'm a complete shipper when it comes to these two characters. I ship them completely, and in all honesty, one of the big things that really won me over about Eto was just how weird she is. Like, that one scene when she actually was overpowering Kaneki, and she straight up licked this man's fucking eyeball. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, Eto is just... she's really weird, so she's willing to be a little bit weird when it comes to the couple standpoint, so I'm like, huh. And I mean, just my own personal taste. I just love Eto's character, and I love Kaneki and how he interacts with Eto, and so I would love to see these two as a couple, and so I would definitely say in terms of Tokyo Ghoul, what couple I would love to have seen, or still see, would definitely be Eto and Kaneki. This one, I have to say, is kind of fucked up, what I'm about to say, but it definitely is a good couple, and I would love to see something good come out of it. Gota Ex Kostka. I know, if you've read Berserk, you're probably like, Chibi, you're a fucked up piece of shit. Like, yeah, I know many of you are probably thinking that right now, like, you're pretty fucked. Well, the reason why, FYI, if you're unaware of why I ship these two, is because they have a long history together, like a very long history, and throughout the journey of Berserk's manga series, you know what I'm talking about. There is a lot of things that happen between these two characters, and it's, these two characters, they actually formed a couple earlier on in the manga series, and eventually things happen where they kind of are no longer a couple. It's not like they never could be a couple, it's just that things happen to where they can't be at this time. I don't want to do any spoilers if you haven't, read Berserk. And over time, it's like Guts is trying to fight to reunite this, love he has for Kostka, and Kostka to love him back, and it makes you wonder if these two will ever have a happy conclusion, and I really would love to see something like that, but knowing Berserk, since it's such a dark series, we might not ever get to see that. However, I do ship Guts and Kostka quite a bit, and I really love these two characters, and I would love to see Guts, at the very least, be somewhat happy in the future, if he ever does get to have Kostka again. Yeah, that's my top 5 favorite couples of anime and manga. Please let me know your top 5 in the comments below, and I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.